Hi there, my name is Victor and I am a master technician. Today I'm going to show you how to replace the spiral cable clock spring on 2010 to 2015 Lexus RX350 and RX450h models. So locate this cover on the side of the steering wheel and use a trim tool on this end of it. To disengage it. Now inside there you have a bolt. It has a T30 Torx head. So loosen that bolt and keep unscrewing it until it stops. It won't come out fully. There is a little plastic tab that holds it from coming out. You have a similar setup on the opposite side, but here you have the cruise control switch that comes through that cover. Clip it off, slide it off, and then you have another T30 Torx head bolt in there that you gotta loosen. Okay, same deal, it's not gonna come out, just gonna stay there. Now you can grab the horn with the airbag assembly and gently pull it out. And you can see you got 3 connectors on the back. You have the horn connector and you have the 2 airbag connectors. Now the repair manual tells you to disconnect the battery before working on any airbag components, which is definitely not a bad idea. So for your safety, you probably want to go ahead and remove the negative battery terminal before you start disconnecting the airbag connectors. All right. Now we can pop them off. So get a little flat blade screwdriver. Go behind this tab right here and lift it up, and do the same with this one. Okay, and now you can get the flat blade screwdriver in there and unhook the airbag connectors. And then lastly you have this horn connector. So the horn connector has a little tab that prevents it from disconnecting. It's right there. Just press on it with your screwdriver and then you'll be able to pull this connector off. And there is your horn and steering wheel airbag assembly. You can unplug these connectors right here. Get them out of the way. And loosen that 19mm nut holding the steering wheel on. Now, before you pull the steering wheel off, it's a really good idea to mark it so that you know how it went onto the steering shaft. Otherwise, when you go to put it back on, you might misalign it and then you'll have to take it apart again. Or if you're not planning to move the steering shaft, you can just make sure that the wheel is sitting really straight, and then you can put it back on straight like that. So oftentimes you can just get the steering wheel off by hand. If you can't, you need to use a puller. It has a provision for 2 bolts here. Let's take a look. So it's got 2 holes here, so you can screw your puller bolts in there and then press against the middle of the steering shaft and pull it off that way. But we'll try to get it off by hand. And there we go. Comes right off. Remove the lower bolt on the steering column cover. Number 2 Phillips screwdriver. Now remove the two front screws here. Don't, well, you can turn this if you want to, but you want to make sure you put it back in the same place. And now separate these two halves. There we go. So the bottom piece will come off. Just get it over the steering column tilt and telescopic switch, and then the top comes back like this. You can separate it too. You have the 4 little clips right here that hold it to the cover there. You can get in between here with your trim tool and start popping it off. And then those little 4 clips come out and you have the top cover in your hand. So now you have this spiral cable assembly here. So what's important to know about it is it says 5 turns on it. So that means that maximum amount of turns you can turn is 5. So 2.5 each way. So right now my steering wheel is pointing straight ahead, and you can see it's up at the top. So you can go 1 turn, 2 turns, and then half a turn, and then it stops. So if you don't know exactly, you know, if you turn it accidentally and you don't know where to put it, or if it's a new one and you're not sure which way it's positioned, go until it stops, and then go half a turn, 1.5, 2.5. So now it's centered. So with the wheels pointing straight, this is where it should be located. Unplug the spiral cable. There's one connector here, and there's one for the airbag. So with this one, you first slide it back, and then it will come off. Now this is held on with 3 plastic clips. This one here, this one here, and there's one on the top. So you just disengage them while gently pulling on it. So there's your one clip. There's the other clip. And then the third one is at the top. Just lift it up with your finger. There we go. And then oh, we have one more connector here, this blue one. So unplug this guy, and the spiral cable assembly comes off. Reinstall the spiral cable assembly. Just line it up with the slots and make sure all the 3 hooks are clipped in. Make sure it's centered, so 2.5 turns each way, and then plug in the connectors. So we have 1, we have this one for the airbag, 2, and 3. Reinstall the covers. And you have the top one. Those 4 clips are going to clip into here. All right, and this one clips in like that. Then we have the bottom cover, so just got to get the tilt switch in through that hole. And I'll line both of them up. There's a lot of like little tabs on them, so they all need to click in properly. Don't force it. It should line up nicely once everything's aligned. And then clip the sides in together. Okay, that's good. And reinstall the 3 screws. Now install the steering wheel, feed the spiral cable connectors through, and then line it up the way it came off. So align it with your marks or whichever way you marked it. Yeah, that looks good. And now we can get our nut back on. And tighten the nut to 37 foot-pounds. Are nice and tight. It's good. And plug in the 2 connectors here. Reconnect the steering wheel airbag assembly. So plug in the connector for the horn first, and then the orange connector. So clip it in and then push the yellow clip in, and then do the same with the black one. Reattach the bolt that holds it from the side. Tighten to 7 foot-pounds. And reinstall the cover. So it's got this tab on it that goes in first and clips in, and then tighten the bolt on the opposite side. And install the cover. And there you go. Spiral cable assembly replacement is completed. Thanks for watching. Please check for product links below the video for any tools or supplies needed to complete the procedure shown in this tutorial. If you would like me to make a specific video, please leave a suggestion in comments. And don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Cheers!